Okay, this video is going to cover a few general ideas about prepositions of time. Now, a few things to keep in mind about time. In my video about prepositions of location, I mentioned this idea of more general to more specific with in, on, and at. This also works for prepositions of time. If you think about the larger periods of time, you use in a century or in a decade, in the 1970s, in a year, in 2012, or in a month, in January, on for a specific day, on Monday, on July 2nd, and at for a time, at 3 o'clock, at midnight, at noon. Here is a drawing representing a timeline with an action that is continuing to an ending point and another action that is starting at this point and continuing until now. When you are using this point, let's just say 3 o'clock, as your beginning point of an action or a situation that continues until now, you use since with this beginning point. So, I have been here since 3 o'clock. I came here at 3 o'clock. That was the beginning point. And from that time until now, so it needs to be until now, I have been here. That's using since. Until is used if this is your end point that you want to talk about. So, I was there until 3 o'clock. This doesn't tell you the beginning time. Maybe somebody already knows that beginning time, or maybe the beginning time is not important. Here the focus is on the ending point of 3 o'clock. So, until is used. Notice also that with since you want to use a present perfect verb because it is from the past until now. So have or has plus the past participle in the main clause. All right, a couple other timelines here. This one is just showing if you're talking about a period of time, not focusing only on the beginning or only on the end, but both times. You would say from and to, from 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock. It means it includes all of this time. If you want to give the length of time of a number, how much time is it? Then you use for 2 hours. During and by can cause a lot of problems in English. Let's say we have a timeline here that starts at 8 o'clock in the evening and goes until 8 o'clock in the morning. So here's where it starts to be night, and here's where morning comes. And I say, well, during the night, someone ate the cake. I don't know when it happened. It happened sometime inside of this time period. It's not happening all the time. It's just sometime in this period. You use during. If you want to talk about, again, the end point, but not an end point of an action that continues, it is an action that is finished at this time or before a time. It could happen any time here, but it is finished at this time for sure. Then you use by. By morning, someone had eaten the cake. When did it happen? no cake. So it was by the morning, by morning. By basically has an idea of at or before a time. And it has this idea of a deadline. This is the last possible time that something can happen. Here you will see you use the past perfect if morning is in the past, and then you want to go before that. You're using the past perfect. Someone had eaten the cake. Finally, if you're talking about now and you want to go forward or backward from now, 5 o'clock is in 2 hours. Always use in to go forward a period of time. Backward a period of time is ago. 2 hours ago was 1 o'clock. This is not technically a preposition. Prepositions, pre means before, and in comes before, so that's a preposition. Ago comes after, so it's not actually a preposition. But in any case, these are the two words you're going to use to go forward and backward. So these are just some very general overview ideas of prepositions of time.